Just a few probability questions here. Remember, probability is talking about the chances of something happening. And lots of times we see this in life, like when we look at the weather forecast. A meteorologist is never 100% certain it's going to rain, but maybe they'll say the weather pattern makes it looks like it's a good chance, so we say 75% chance of raining. That's a probability. So stockbroker uses probability to determine the rates of returns? Yes, because you really don't know what's happening with the stock market all the time. You have a good hunch that it's going to go up if there's a good jobs report, or you have a good hunch it's going to go up because of a good quarterly earnings. But you don't know for sure because something might happen and people might decide to sell the stock instead of. So this is a good example of probability. You could use probability to decide to buy a lottery ticket or not. Yes, that's another good one. And if you're really using probability, then you're probably not buying a lottery ticket because there's a very low chance that you win. This is good. This is good. That means all the above is definitely going to be the right answer because we have at least two that work. And doctors do use probability to decide about vaccination. Doctors use probability to determine the chance of vaccination causing the disease the vaccination is supposed to prevent. I don't know if there's a secret agenda behind that question, but that's true. But the old way of doing vaccines, I mean, this isn't true with mRNA vaccines. But like in the 60s and 70s, they were causing the disease sometimes in very rare, not very rare, but in rare cases, because they had an inactive form of the virus that they'd give to the patient. So that's true. They did use probability for that. But okay, next question. If an event will always happen, its probability is 0. 0 stands for nothing, which means there's no chance. If a probability of an event was 1, that means it's going to happen. Okay, probabilities are between 0 and 1. It could be exactly 0, it could be exactly 1. 1 means it's going to happen, 0 means there's no chance. Variables with lower standard deviations are more consistent. That's true. Standard deviation tells you about how much fluctuation there is. So if you have a low standard deviation, that means it's pretty predictable. It's pretty consistent.